welcome back to the Pittsburgh Underground Podcast for Episode 4, Part 2, where we continue our visit with our old pal from the Great White North, Anthony Ruttgaizer, creator of the Action Lab comic, The First Hero. Later in this episode, we'll be reminiscing with Anthony, or as he's known in pro wrestling circles as Kingdom James, about his days as an underground wrestler here in the city of Pittsburgh during the mid-90s. Right now, we continue where we left off on our last episode as the Great Superman debate rages on.
Listen. Hey, look, I'm willing to give the new movie.
I love opinion. I have no right or wrong. I have no answers. I'm not looking to. I'm not Bill O'Reilly pointing my finger.
No one is looking to you for answers.
They're all wrong.
No one should look at me. Period.
No.
But the point is that all I want to shame. I just want to hear the arguments. And when people constantly give me the same, it's not a Superman movie. It's like, what does that?
No,
like,
but wait.
Pittsburgh's a Commonwealth. That's
wait,
the same
hold on.
excuse I've always been
now
given.
we have a different semantic argument. If people
Right.
are giving you the same answer all the time, could that possibly be consensus?
Possibly.
Like
But
Fantastic
without-
Four sucks.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four
It
sucks.
could be stupidity because
I don't know what I'm talking about, but goddammit, I have an opinion.
Well, right.
I haven't thought about this at all. But John Oliver said this
John
last
Oliver
night.
told me that I should say this to you in this context. So what I mean, and again, getting back to, if I view Superman as sci-fi, I love Superman as sci-fi. I think I love the Kryptonians, Thanagarians, Iranians, that whole. That's to me. That's Superman.
Yeah.
He happens to be on Earth, and again, he looks like us. But there's a great quintessential. I mean, he's the what is it? The Heinlein's. He's the man without, he's here, but he's not one of us.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that was Superman. He's the adopted son of Earth.
He's Space Moses.
He's Space Moses.
Is he
Space?
I think he's
Satan.
Space Jesus.
What? Where the hell did you get Space Jesus?
How is he not Space Jesus?
Because Moses was put in a basket, just like Superman was put in a rocket ship, and they sent his only son away, just like Moses did.
Okay, so
how the hell is he Jesus all of a sudden? Like in what context?
He's been Jesus.
Well, that's presupposing
Space.
Jor-El's supposed to stand
Space
for
Jesus!
God,
Right.
Space
ridiculous.
Moses. Maybe he's Space.
He's more Moses than
They're
Jesus.
more
more Moses.
the faulty Greek gods.
Yeah, okay.
They're the Titans that are they're faulty.
Space Jesus.
But Jesus.
I like
Space Jesus.
See, he was created
across the universe.
He was created as Space. What the fuck? He was created as Space Moses, and then
Became Space Jesus.
and then the people who came along later and wrote it
Gave him
were
hummus and a
That's just
camel.
like, maybe
made him into Space
maybe
Jesus.
after Doomsday killed him and he came back to life, he then became Space Jesus.
No, he's
that-
zombie Space Jesus. Come on.
We had a guy.
Stay on target.
Dude,
Come on, man.
new topic.
Zombie Space Jesus.
Hey,
There was
let-
hold on. There was a homeless guy. There was a guy
Stay
who
on
used.
topic.
There was
Stay
a
on
guy.
topic.
There's a guy who used to beg.
I
for
can't hold it.
in downtown
Back it on the
Toronto,
surface.
and we used to, when we'd see him around, we used to call him Kung Fu Hobo Jesus.
Oh, you see, now that's a hero I can get behind.
Kung Fu Hobo Jesus now that's a movie that needs to be made. That goes with
We could film it
Hobo
right here,
with
right
a
now.
shotgun. Thank you.
What a great movie.
Hobo with a, so
Hey.
Rutger Hauer, and who would be a good
Just for
Hobo Kung Fu Jesus?
just for
If he
shit.
was still alive, I say get David Carradine.
Holy
yeah.
shit, you
Yes.
just read my mind.
There you
Oh
go.
my god,
He
psychic
was-
powers exist.
He was such a crazy fuck.
Yeah.
He lived in Toronto for years because they were doing
Kung Fu series up there.
the Kung Fu: The Adventure Continues or whatever.
He always looked to me like a scarecrow made out of ham.
Dude, I ran into him in Boston
Oh, yeah.
when I was up there visiting my sister, and
It's a ham
they had this crazy freaking thing called Spooky World. It's the only Halloween themed amusement park, and it just so happened that evening Linda Blair and David Carradine were there. And I turn around and there he is, this lanky dude walking away. You know, I don't know where he was. I don't know. It was almost kung fu style, walking into the sunset, even though the sun had already set. Yeah, exactly.
There's
very strange though.
There's a story about.
It's one of those things where you turn around and then there he is walking.
Scratch your head and turn.
And you're like, what the hell did I just see?
It's like going to the New York Comic Con that one year, and I'm walking in and like. I can see the crowd parting as a very pissed off Gary Coleman comes running past.
No.
And all I could think of was, what's the matter, little Arnold?
Gary Coleman.
Carradine. There's a story about Carradine from Toronto where he was at the Skydome. I guess it was during a Jays game, and he's in the 300 or the 400 level where the private boxes are and the offices are, and. Pissed up drunk, he kicks through a glass door, like shatters his glass door, and then just stands there like a zombie, shattered glass all around him, until the cops come and remove him from the scene.
Mr. Carradine.
Yeah.
We're going to take you to a nice Canadian jail now.
Yeah, he was just ossified drunk.
Wow.
Yeah. But he still had the power to...
You were
kung fu.
He didn't do that when I saw him. He was walking towards the hot chocolate vendor. It's like, insane.
Well, I hate to bring this up, but I just
will.
I'm going to because that's what I do. I love it, and I just love to stir that fucking pot. How? And again, I want specifics, and not because he's the. Well, first of all, great poster I saw. Best superpower ever, and it's Tony Stark, Bruce Wayne, billionaire. Best superpower ever. That being said, and discuss amongst yourselves, how does Batman beat Superman?
Dude.
And I want specifics because
we just went into this, dude. You're like repeating yourself again. There's no specifics. I just told you, Batman's got the money to get a kryptonite bullet like tomorrow. Because he's got nothing better to do with his money except for spend it on women and freaking new suits and shit for Alfred. That's it.
I'm not buying it, Dave.
How are you not buying it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to Google it and
yes,
show you what he
I do.
says?
I do. I need concrete physical evidence. I
Spent
want a block on my head.
It cost me a fortune to synthesize kryptonite. Luckily, I have a fortune.
Get back in the Wayback Machine and read Dark Knight Returns.
I've read it. I've looked at it. I've seen it. How do we make it?
And then go back to the future when you can read the third installment of the series. It's coming out in a month.
Oh,
that'd be interesting.
Does anybody care?
I don't.
You know, I like the artist.
All I know about it is Carrie Kelly has been apprehended for being a hero or vigilante, whatever you want to call her. And supposedly is following in the same vein that they proceeded with her story in the actual New 52. So, I don't know. There's that.
Fair enough.
Okay. What are we talking about here?
Tell me your wrestling name so I don't misquote you someplace else.
Kingdom James.
My
wrestling name is Kingdom
How long
James.
have you been wrestling, Anthony?
20 years now.
20 years now. How many? Okay, that's
That's more than my youngest kid.
I always tell people that story. Remember that story when we were eating with Shark Boy? We were at the Mob Run restaurant. I don't know where the hell it even was. This is when you guys were in Moon. You were in Moon and you were wrestling for charity. And you were, and we went to the. I don't even know if it was really a Mob Run restaurant. I think that's what you told me. Yeah, of course she told me all kind of bullshit. Anyways,
he's like your grandpa.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when I was your age.
Yeah.
Want me to tell you the story about how I killed Hitler?
See?
Yeah, one shot through the eye.
I dove off the side of the submarine with a Bowie knife in my teeth.
That was the night we
ate his heart for lunch.
The only thing I know about this restaurant is their big thing was frog legs. So we're all sitting around. I'm with Shark Boy, I'm with you, and I'm trying to think of who the hell else.
Jerry Lawler was there.
Jerry Lawler was there, and I remember all the lights went out, the power went out that night because it was storming. So now I'm sitting at the dark with Shark Boy and you eating frog legs by candlelight.
Oh my God, I used to drink a lot, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
There's a lot of fried food going around.
I don't drink anymore. Not really. Wow, I'm vaguely aware. I can vaguely remember the layout of the restaurant.
Yeah, it was very well.
Yeah, that would have been an IWC show. That would have been one of Norm's shows. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yes.
I don't remember how long.
The years come hard, don't
That
they?
is, I'm gonna guess that is 2004, 2003 or 2004.
Who would have thought we would live this long?
Maybe as late as 2005. I remember being on at least one show with Lawler in 2005.
Did I do artwork for that? I don't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways.
Crazy.
Yes, that was absolutely. That was a surreal night, dude. It really kind of was.
A lot of wrestling stuff gets surreal. Yeah.
Well, like when
Go
we used,
to the
what
box
was
in
the,
the back.
what was the underground Pittsburgh wrestling affiliation you had? When we lived on Mount Washington years ago.
Oh, that was PWX.
PWX.
Yeah.
And I remember, what was it? It was over
Pro
at the Dirt
Wrestling.
Mall.
Yeah, at Eastland Mall.
Eastland
Which now,
Mall.
if you drive by Eastland Mall, it is a large slab of pavement.
Yep.
The mall has been everything.
Much like Todd.
has
The
been
mall has
pulled
been-
up. It's
yeah.
just a
Exactly.
the whole. It's just a big.
I got one!
It's a big paved ditch now.
All I remember is taking you down there.
Yeah.
You introduced me to the guy that could pop his own eyeball out.
Oh,
Popeye?
Yeah,
Hey, want to see something? Boink.
Yeah, Paul. Oh man, I have to look on social media.
And the one I remember the one big guy in the black leotard. He looked like the Black Michelin Man. He was kind of like, you know what I mean? He was kind of, he was literally poured into this it was like
A couple of people that could describe.
well, the reason I remember is because I remember them hitting each over the heads with street signs.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, street signs
Dude,
are.
I've done a lot of drugs, but even that shit I can remember.
No, street
If
signs
you had
are.
to hit someone over the head with one street sign, what would it be?
Stop sign.
Exactly.
Stop sign. Or, for wrestling's sake, a bump sign.
I would say, my personal favorite, one way.
That guy gets it. They had a bump sign at PWX for a while. But here, I'm going to tell you this very quick stop sign story, and then I got to go. In Erie, Pennsylvania, I'm running a show under my banner, Union of Independent Professional Wrestling. And the match is Shirley Doe versus Sebastian Dark for the Union Heavyweight title. So at one point, Doe hits Sebastian Dark in the head with a stop sign. Sebastian takes the bump. He falls backwards. When his feet come up, he kicks the stop sign out of Shirley Doe's hand. It spins in the air like a giant quarter, and it lands edge first.
Oh!
Like the Twilight Zone episode. The quarter lands on its edge and stops.
How did that happen?
It lands edge first across the bridge of his nose. Slices him open, bleeding like a stuck pig. Boom,
Beautiful.
boom, 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 boom. They continue the match. They finish the match, and then the story was that the tag team champions were going to run in and attack them, and it would start a new match. So the premier players of the tag team, they run in, boom, boom, they attack them. I think it was the premier players. I don't know. I gotta think back. But they have a second match right afterwards. Sebastian is still bleeding profusely. They're cutting everything short. They get through the match. Now, Shirley Doe and Sebastian Dark win the tag team championships. Right on top of, yeah. So, Shirley Doe gets in the ambulance because we're running this at a fire hall, so there's paramedics right there. Doe gets in the ambulance with Dark. They go to the hospital. We're left behind. We have to send somebody over to Walmart to get giant bottles of peroxide.
So there's all this blood, right?
So that we can get the blood out of the canvas before they roll it up. It's peroxide and whole rolls of paper.
Bloody hell!
Doe and Dark go to the hospital. They're still in their wrestling gear. That for Doe, that includes like a fake, like a makeup scar and an X on his forehead, and there's a family in the other side of the curtain in the emergency room. and they have a little kid, and the kid peeks through the curtain and sees dark, blood all over his face, and the kid's mortified and says, "What happened?" And Doe just looks at him and says, "I did it!"
That's
There
awesome.
you go.
And that's episode, 4? Yeah, 4.
Who's counting?
Yeah, of the PU podcast. Again, go to the website www.puzine.com.
Thanks for coming. Always
My pleasure.
Yes, thank you, Anthony, for
gracing us with your Canadian presence.
for the tales of woe.
Oh, we're talking.
Yeah, and we'll
Keep belching.
Keep belching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for all.
PU.